All right, everyone, it's Monday, September 29th. Homework practice problems. Number 2, Skylar and Rodrigo each recorded how far they traveled while skateboarding. Skylar traveled 65 feet in 5 seconds. I keep wanting to put a dollar sign there. It's just Skylar. And then Rodrigo was 100 feet in 8 seconds. 108 feet in 8 seconds. How much farther did Rodrigo travel per second? So when you see per second, that means you need to find a unit rate. And in this case, we want to find the number of feet per second. So we'll do feet per second. And it was 65 and 5. And for Rodrigo, it was feet per second, 108 and 8. Okay, so what we want to try to do is come up with a 1. So we should realize that 65 and 5 are both divisible by 5. And then for 108 and 8 might be a little more difficult. I would suggest on this one, cut things in half until you get to 1. Cut this in half to 4, and then to 2, and then to 1. And that should work, okay? You could try dividing by 8 here. Not so sure it's gonna come out evenly, so you may wanna cut things in half, all right? Number 2 was that one. Number 4. Tara can type 180 words in 4 minutes. At this rate, how many words can she type in 10 minutes? So again, you're gonna set up a table, you're gonna have words per minute, you're gonna have 180 words for 4 minutes. We wanna figure out how to get to 10. So you want to increase, all right? So you want to, what can you multiply 4 by to get 10? You might know that, or you might, have to cut it in half and then double it. All right, so if you cut 4 in half, you cut 180 in half, and then you would double 4 to 8 and 180 to 8, and then you could add those 2 rows together. 8 plus 2 is 10. That's one way you could do it. All righty, number 6. While jumping rope, Juan jumped 24 times in 30 seconds. At this rate, how many times will he jump in 50? So I'm not going to set this up for you totally again. You've got number of times jumped in seconds, 24 times 30 seconds. You want to change that 30 to a 50. Think about what you could do to 30 to make it become 50. All right, and then you had to do number 8, which was Leroy wants to buy a new racing bicycle that costs $168. To earn money, he can either do yard work for his grandmother or babysit his brother and sister. He earns $24 for 3 hours of yard work and $48 for 4 hours of babysitting. How much longer will it take him to earn the money if he only does yard work for his grandmother? So just to give you a little clue on this one, you're going to want to set up a table for both. You're going to want to have the yard work and the babysitting, and you're going to do money and hours. And you really want to try to find out the amount of money he makes per hour for both of these. And then you can figure out how long it will take him to earn 168 for both of these as well. Okay, so then it's going to involve a little bit more math on that one. And then the last problem was number 11. And that one is a fruit stand is selling mandarin oranges for $6 for 4 pounds. Mandarin orange weighs about 2 ounces. There are 16 ounces in a pound. At this rate, how many mandarin oranges can you buy for $9? Okay, so it says a mandarin orange weighs about 2 ounces. So you're going to want to convert the pounds here to ounces, all right? And then use the, make the chart to help you figure that out. Hold on here. So it's $6 for 4 pounds. And you may want to change this to ounces. So you can multiply both of these by 16 to change it to ounces if you want. And then how many mandarin oranges could you buy for $9? So if you know how much a certain amount of ounces costs for 6, you're going to want to change that to a 9 at some point. All right, you only have to multiply this 4 by 16 to give you the amount of ounces you could buy for $6. You don't have to change the dollar amount. So you may want to do that. Hopefully that helps. All right, I will see you on Tuesday.